Hello, we're back. Me and Bossy are back. Yay, hi, Bossy. This is your future president. And I'm your future vice president. So, all joking aside, last time I talked about the barrier, children's books, health books, personal books, illustrating job potentials, which I am still aggravating. Well, I won't say aggravating. I am persistent. Some other things I would like to talk about. I may or may not have touched on it. I did lose my job, and I am currently fighting to get back pay and my insurance. So the reasoning is because people are afraid of my ability to stand up and speak about many topics, and I believe in free speech. So if you come to me with a topic, I listen, and I may not understand it. I may ask questions, but I listen and I communicate back if I don't understand. The return, because we're too busy going, is very lacking. And so when I talk about subjects that I like, intellectual, farming, gardening, researching, studies from Florida University, Harvard, medical research that some medical schools only carry. So that two-way street becomes completely blocked off, and I'm just going and going, and there's nothing there. It's like just wide open spaces of desert, and no one's home. And so I become the know-it-all, which I have no problem with it. If you're complimenting me, I know it all. Thank you. That would be a reason to run on a ticket as a vice president. I know everything. Thank you for helping me. My pug knows everything too, I guess. Fur baby, fur mommy, just alike. Except for I'm not hairy like him. His whole entire body is covered in hair that sheds all the time. I will have to fix that as vice president since he likes to take a lot of naps. Continuing on, I present solutions to problems, and the typical response is henpecking. Continual gripe and being around instead of presenting the problem, which is fine, but then come up with a solution to the problem or an idea for a solution. I can relate to politicians in the fact that I'm sure that they're tired of hearing all this henpecking and no solution, and so there's hundreds of millions of people that they are responsible for, and the majority of them wish that somebody else would do it for them. Oh, someone else will come along and do it for me. The problem with that is, look at our cows, our chickens, and our pigs. My puppy dog is going to get his little companion pig because he wants a playmate, and I love pigs, and pigs are great, and they should be our friends. And I love chickens. I love chickens. They just like peck around and they eat the little ticks and all those little grubby bird buggies. So I want chickens, and I don't want another entity taking my chickens or my piggies. I need my pigs, and the pug needs his pig. So Besides the first executive order being that everybody should have a pug, the next executive order is that you cannot take our pigs and our chickens and our cows. And then the next subject, understanding. There needs to be more of an understanding that technology can be used against people to force them to do things that they didn't do on their own. Fortunately for myself, I am very strong-willed, and I can fight what is being forced upon me. Maybe take me a few months or so to get back up, but I always get back up. And I wear a smile on my face because I have a little puggy. And he wants to be president, so I back him, because what kind of fur mommy would I be if I didn't back my pug? And I would agree that all puggy parents would agree that pugs are very loyal and lovable, and they should run the country. They should take care of us, because they would make us all happy instead of grouchies. Nobody wants to be a grouchy. Everybody wants to be happy like a pug. So I'm running off the ticket that I have an educational plan already set up using correlation. And so I am strong-willed with the education and changing it to not be cattle prodded. Cattle don't even want to be cattle prodded. So why would people be cattle prodded? Also, I believe that small business is important. Family businesses are very important. We're all knuckleheads, and our families are knuckleheads, and we should all be knuckleheads together, and be knuckleheads with friends that are knuckleheads. And I would agree that the political goals right now, I don't know how people feel about Hillary Clinton. They have their ups and downs. The Trans-Pacific and Transatlantic are very touchy subjects. I don't necessarily agree with everything that has to be in that grouping. I do like that her advertisement that I recently saw, which I've been watching a little bit of the political, not too much, just a little piece of the pie. She actually touched upon a subject in her advertisement, so I'm cool with that. One of my things, I love grammatical errors, because it shows that people are not perfect, and that's something to laugh at. Logical people who are very analytical and intellectual laugh at stupid stuff like that. So if you send me a piece of paper that has a grammatical error on it, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you, because it is funny. I'm actually in one of my articles going to purposely make grammatical errors and see. I'm going to have a little contest to see how many people can find the errors. And I will reward them with something. I don't know what I'll reward them. Maybe I'll give them an hour with the pug, and they can see why pugs are great. I have childish humor because that makes me happy. That's why I write children's books, because childish humor keeps you young and smart, and whenever people try to slander your name, you turn back to it. Like one of my books called Dinosaur in My Head. There's a dinosaur in my head. A T-Rex. So that's, you should vote for me and my puggy, because I have a dinosaur in my head and I have a pug, and he is looking at me intently with the will to be the president. And we are ready to run the country with my friends that I have sent copies to the barrier, and I hope that they got them and it wasn't withheld from them, because I would be very disappointed, because I was trying to make friends with smart, intellectual, funny people who do the robot and say funny things. So, and people who are logical and analytical. And I like the people who, I don't necessarily like the drinking, but I do like people who have fun. So I like doing random acts of kindness and trying not to be caught. But I think people recognize my stupid car. So my random acts of kindness will have to be done in the cover of night so that people cannot recognize my car. And I'm hoping that one of my job opportunities that is a volunteer position goes through, because I want to start a tutor center and show that there are other ways to do things, and people do have solutions, and they're not always chicken pecking or chicken picking or hen picking, whatever you would like to call it, and actually giving solutions. And maybe the politicians will see that as a wake-up call and know that people are backing them. So my solution to education, I have the plan. It's in a red binder I have. It's 2 pages, not 602. And not a full 2, but it's based off of correlation, and it's based off of subjects that I don't think are covered in school, and that should be covered in school. And it correlates math, science, English, all that stuff together, but doing it using things other than just black and white. This is how you do it. Parrot it back. Don't say anything else. Just sit there and parrot. So it's opposite from that. And to those people who have a problem with me and have removed me from my position at work, I will send you some spiritual thinking and hope that you are able to come to the conclusion that it's not me that has the problem. And hopefully one day we'll be able to have a conversation and things will go in the right direction, I guess. I've lost a lot this summer, and now I've gained a lot more back, so I'm back on my feet. So stop stealing my chickens and my cows and my piggies, especially my pigs, because I love pigs, companion pigs, little pigs. I want a little micro pig, and I am going to teach him everything I taught my puck, and he can be our strong arm, because as vice president, I have some muscle, but it's more of a chicken arm. It's like Bach. Maybe that's why I get along with chickens. So I will need a pig to strong arm. Maybe that will be my political party's mascot, is going to be a pig. Because not only are they tasty, but they will eat you if you try to harm me. Okay, well, with my silly humor, I am going to, me and the presidential candidate boss are going to take a leave and eat this wonderful dinner that I have concocted into something yummy that will be devoured into my belly and used to produce energy so that my immune system and my circulatory system functions properly. And I love broccoli, and so does my pug. So it made sense to make broccoli with chicken. Have a good night. Bye.